The Fiat Panda was first introduced in 1980, and this is the latest version. It's slightly longer, wider and taller, which means it's more practical without compromising on the basic shape. Thanks to these larger dimensions, boot space is pretty good for its class, and if you want to create more room, you can fold the back seats down. The rounded off contours and styling make it look soft and simple yet attractive. Fiat refer to this as a soft cube. Also, the speedo and rev counter pod is very neat and logically laid out. There are rounded cubes across the whole dash, framing buttons and dials in an aesthetically pleasing way. Not just that, but there are loads of little cubby holes here to store your everyday clutter. Let me show you. What about spec? Well, if you avoid the sparse entry-level model, you get things like air conditioning, leather gear gaiter and better looks in the form of roof bars and alloy wheels. And to get comfortable for driving, well, there's quite a lot of adjustment in this seat. Thanks to sitting fairly high up and having large windows, visibility is really good. That's ideal for driving around town. What also aids town driving is this city button here, which makes light work, literally, of parking and mini roundabouts because it takes the weight out of the steering. The new Panda copes much better with rough road surfaces. It doesn't bounce you around like the previous model did. And there's no trade-off on handling either, because for a car this size, it's actually pretty good round the corners. And whilst you're doing all this zipping around, it's not costing you very much on fuel either, because the diesel model returns an impressive 72 miles to the gallon, and the two TwinAir models with their Diddy engines don't cost anything at all to tax. Like with anything though, there are downsides, and these small engines do struggle to keep up with the flow of traffic on motorways and dual carriageways. They're also quite noisy. And because of the lack of sound insulation, there's a lot of road and wind noise. And because of its tall dimensions, you tend to get blown around quite a lot. Although materials are improved in quality, they're still not as good as a Volkswagen Up. And also, whilst there is rake adjustment, there is no reach adjustment in the steering wheel, which might make it quite difficult for taller or shorter people to get comfortable. Now, I can't complain too much about the space in the back because actually it's not that bad, but a Kia Picanto and Volkswagen Up has more legroom. Also, the split seat costs extra and the sliding rear bench is not available until September 2012. And that is the end of this car's negative points, because don't think reliability is an issue these days, because this car shares many of its mechanical components with the trusty Fiat 500, so it should be pretty trouble-free. All in all, this is a cheap, fun little city car which is perfect for low-cost motoring. Subscribe to the CarBuyer channel for our latest videos. Click here to see our reviews of other city cars. And don't forget to rate, share, favourite and comment on this video.